welcome back to another gadget report. I hope you had a wonderful week and you're ready to talk gadgets. This week we are talking about something that is, in my view, one of the biggest mysteries in aviation history, which is the disappearance of flight MH370. A lot has been said about this aircraft and its fate. The investigations have been current and they eventually stopped. However, new reports have been released and new ideas have been shown, and according to several programs, several documentaries, some investigators have not given up on MH370 and they still keep on trying to track down this aircraft, which I think is very important, not only for closure for families, but to finally have a resting place of those who unfortunately perished in this aviation disaster. So stick around. Let's see what's the new evidence found. So let's talk gadgets. And this week it's a little bit of a somber subject, but one that is been intriguing everyone, and it's been on the minds of everyone, not only aviation lovers like myself, but everyone, because obviously there's more than 200 people that unfortunately disappeared with this aircraft, and the families want to know their whereabouts, and obviously the industry wants to know what happened to that aircraft and what caused such disaster and why did it disappear the way it did. So recently, Airline Ratings, the website that usually rates airlines, have published an article, and I'm looking this way because I've got my big screen with information, because obviously, and as I said previously, it's very difficult to have everything on top of your head. Airline Ratings have published an article, and new reports have been released about MH370, and British airspace engineer Richard Godfrey and physicist Dr. Heinz Coetzee have been working on this. They have published two new reports on the technology and tracking of MH370. As you all know, the MH370 was a Malaysia Airlines aircraft that disappeared 8 years ago. The flight was from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing, and when it disappeared, and now reports show that it went completely off track, and some believe that it would be somewhere close to Western Australia, which obviously it's way further, way out of his flight path per se, and 239 passengers have disappeared. So they were on board and nobody knows what happened, but unfortunately there's very little hopes that they might be alive, as you know. In the course of the years, there's been some debris appearing offshore of Africa. The investigation has been current, and these investigations, the two reports, and with these two reports, there was made a confidence analysis, and what this confident analysis end up showing, and what Mr. Godfrey and Dr. Coetzee have shown in this, is that when you look at the MH370 GDT AAA WSPRnet analysis, So the GDTAAA software stands for, let me read, Global Detection and Tracking of Any Aircraft Anywhere. That's what it stands for. And this technology usually uses methods like algorithms, calculations, limitations, and implications, and it's like a question of assumptions of all of these based in all these algorithms and all these methods. So, what these two investigators have come up with is when you take away all these assumptions, when you take away all these algorithms, etc., 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 you are still left. So, they had 186 originally identified indicators from all this technology, from all these algorithms, etc., etc. And if what they found is that if they took away all these assumptions, all these algorithms and calculations, limitations, implications, etc., they will be still left with 32 confirmed indicators. So, and based on this, they have narrowed down the possible location of MH17. So it will be according to a map shown on the article, and I will leave a link below for the article so you can read the article in full. The aircraft is now believed to be at a depth of 4,000 meters and 1,933 kilometers away from the Perth coast. So this is the new information that is now being put forward. It is something that is obviously for the families, etc. It's something that is always welcome because they want closure and they want a solution for this problem, for this terrible accident. And of course, it's something that is in the mind of everyone, and I think everyone wants answers for this question because really what I believe, for example, is that an aircraft doesn't simply disappear out of the blue and nothing is found. It is something that and I think that's what touches most of us is the way it happened. The aircraft simply disappeared. Some I've been watching a few documentaries, and there's a few documentaries about this issue. Some thought about the pilot, that he had a flight simulator at his place, and he had a similar flight path as the one that is now believed MH370 took. But then further investigations were made, and apparently that possibility was not, was not really pursued. They believe the pilot may not have anything to do with it, but it's still kind of in the open if that might be the case. There is a lot of conspiracy theories, and that's usually the case with something as tragic and as horrible as this, which I obviously not gonna go into it, because I think we should deal with facts, not with conspiracy theories, because there's a lot of them going on, and we really want to know the facts. We really want to know what happened to that aircraft and what happened to those 239 people. We just want to know what happened to them and give them a final resting place and a final closure to all this mystery, and know what happened. Why did this plane ended up so far away from where it should be, and what happened? what happened to it, why did it disappear. So this is a very interesting article. As I said, I'm going to leave the link below so you can obviously read it and know all the details, the technical details of this. And there's also the maps, everything, which are very interesting. And you will see all the area that is now believed to be the location of the aircraft. So let's see if more investigations will start. Apparently, the Australian government has said that they would stop, but if more evidence is found, they would be happy to resume. So let's see, maybe we'll have more developments in the future. I hope we have. I hope we actually have a development and we have a final solution. We have a resolution for the problem and we find the aircraft and we find what happened to it. And that's all for today. I hope you really like this new evidence, these new studies about the disappearance of flight MH370, and that if you really are an aviation lover like myself and you really want to know what happened to that aircraft, I hope this helps. As I said, I will leave the link below so you can read it in full. And of course, if you have any more information, maybe you have watched a documentary that I have missed, or you have another article that you read, please share. Why not? Please share. It's always good to know, and it's always good to know about new evidence and new information about this issue. As I said, I'm not going to delve into conspiracy theories. There's a lot of them going on at the moment, and I will not delve into those because I believe that would be counterproductive, and obviously it won't be positive for any investigation and any and for the sake of reporting. So I won't be commenting on that. But anytime that official website, but reputable website, just as Airline Ratings, publish something about this, I'm obviously happy to report it as well, because I am very much interested in knowing what happened and share it with you. So if you have anything to share, please leave a comment below. And put a like on the video and subscribe the channel with a little click on the bell so you get a notification of another gadget report every week. Before I go, I would like to thank you all for watching. See you next week. Have a good one. Thank you. Bye.